What's good, y'all? It's your boy Elevated. I'm out here somewhere in Georgia, and I just had like the craziest day at work. Um, so I figured I'd do a story time, and I'm gonna call it "Diary of a Contract Worker," the Georgia Chronicles. This is part one. So, I took a shift. I took a shift this morning because I was trying to get a shift for last night, in the 10-6 shift, but for some reason it just wouldn't work. And when I did get the shift to pop up, well, when the opening did pop up, I wouldn't have made it last night. So the next shift that they had overnight would obviously have been tonight, and they had it to where you had to select Thursday, Friday, which is tonight and tomorrow. So I'm like, all right, cool. But by that time, I was already on my way down to Georgia. So I was like, dang, I'm gonna be sitting around the whole day. So 6 to 2 shift popped up, and with this little app I've been using, you could work 2 shifts within a day, but you just have to have an 8-hour gap in between. Pause. But it popped up, and I took the shift. So I get there this morning. You know, I was working with 3 people. Like, we sorting through mail, not for the post office or nothing. It's a little small distribution warehouse. Everything was cool. The 3 other people that was working with me, they knew each other. They worked, multiple shifts with each other. So I'm just sitting there scoping everybody out. Everybody was cool. I started, little joke here, joke there with them and stuff. So then it's a dude. It's like a random dude. He's wearing a Scully, or for my country folks, a toboggan. Now, mind you, yeah, it's only about 75 degrees, but we in a non-climate control warehouse. And on top of that, my guys got on safety glasses. So it's like, okay, this dude is a clown or something or whatever, but okay, whatever. So the reason why I'm mentioning this dude, we're going to call him SG for safety glasses. So, so safety glasses, he walks over to this one female that's working with us, well, in the group that I'm in. She's younger. She's very attractive, and like she got like hazel colored eyes, so we're gonna call her Hazel. So SG walks over to Hazel, and I guess he tries to ask her out, but then when he tried to suggest a restaurant, she's like nah. She suggested something else, and then she said out her mouth, she's like, oh well, 140 ain't bad for 2 people. Mind you, they never been out before. So I'm like, okay. So me, I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, yeah, she ain't ish. So then, she starts talking bad about him. But in my head, I'm like, okay, yeah, the dude kind of weird with what he got on, but I don't know him like that. So I'm side eyes and Hazel. Then it was just funny because like a little while after that, we were I don't know who works in warehouses, but they got them big, gigantic cardboard boxes. I forgot what they call them, but like all the envelopes come in them big boxes off of the trucks. So we're just sorting the mail like by regions, and once you get down to a certain level, if you're not tall, you can't reach inside the box. So nobody had a box cutter because you got to use one of them safety blades, which are trash. But so what I did, like she saw me break down my box. Like I took my hand and I ripped the box. So she was like, "Oh," like she was amazed or some shit. I'm like, "You never seen a man rip a box before?" She like, "I can't do that." She like, "Could you?" I was like, "I got you." Like that was weird. That was real thirst trappish. Like first of all, I'm not spending no 140 on you if I did want you. But whatever, I digress. So we just working, cutting up. I started getting more comfortable with my crew or whatever that I was working with. So we just joking and having the ball, like, and then I guess safety glasses walked back over to Hazel, and he said something like, "How about we just get a bottle? It'd be cheaper than $15 a drink." Then she went off on safety glasses again. I was like, "Geez." She's like, you think you gonna get some and you just gonna buy a bottle and be sitting up in my house?" I was like, he probably didn't mean it like that. If it's your first date, what you want, Roof Chris? No, I'm not saying Roof Chris, but I'm just saying, you're gonna try to take me to McDonald's or whatever. Like, you need to be lucky if he do that. So, time goes on. She's Hazel started talking about another girl that's about her age. She about 30, 31, something like that. She's like, "Oh, this girl got 7 kids. That's too much." So, me being optimistic, I'm like, well, that's a lot of kids, but somebody out there, somebody will want her. So then, Hazel talk about, would she said to me, "Would you want me if I had 7 kids?" I'm thinking in my head, listen, Trick, if I even if you didn't have 7 kids, even if you did, I don't want you. You seem like you too bougie for me. You too expensive. I ain't got time. But I was like, I played. Nah, I wouldn't. I said, but there'll be somebody out there for you. Then she left it alone, working, working, working. We just having mad fun the whole day. So then I actually felt at one point that I was wrong about Hazel because she said, "Dang, at this point in my life, I'm not ready to date." So I was like, "Oh, you know what?" I was like, "I respect you for that." But then the other dude out that was in our little circle that we was working with, he from Palm Beach, so we gonna call him Florida. So Florida's like, "Hey, bro, you ain't hear what she said?" I was like, "Yeah, she said she ain't, at this point she ain't ready to date." He started laughing. I'm like, "What I miss?" So then Hazel's like, "Yeah, if a guy come and talk to me, that mean he want to pay bills and all this." I'm like, "Oh God, he want to pay my bills. He want to take me out." I was like, "So most women they want a man to plan a date. So if he planned the date and it's not up to your standards," she's like, nope, nope. I'm going to say somewhere that I want to go." I was like, "So what's the point of you requesting a date?" I was like, "If y'all go to somewhere that you want to go, you gonna pay?" "No, no, the man gotta pay." Yeah, at that point, I knew it was over. I was like, okay. After that, all that relationship talk was dead. It was just all small talk after that. One thing I can't give her credit for, she did work pretty good. Tell us, "Oh, my back hurt, my back hurt, my back hurt too, motherfucker." I ain't say that, cause obviously I ain't trying to get fired, but she was a decent worker. Y'all stay tuned for Diary of a Contract Worker, Georgia Chronicles, Part 2. Everybody stay easy.